Yes, indeed, it is the day that Star Wars fans have been waiting for. The release of the 7th film in the famous franchise and the first of the new trilogy. And obviously, expectations were very high that director J.J. Abrams would take the epic space opera to a new level whilst remaining true to the legend. I had the pleasure of seeing the film last night, and don't worry, no spoilers this morning. Let's check it out. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So the film is set 30 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, the third original film, which was, by sheer coincidence, released in 1983. The Rebel Alliance is the Resistance, and it's all on for young and old, with some familiar favorites and some new players.
I will finish what you started.
As George Lucas did with the original film, J.J. has cast some relative unknowns.
Get ready! For what?
Daisy Ridley as Rey, who's pretty much the central character.
I don't know your name.
Finn, played by John Boyega, a former stormtrooper who's seen the light.
I was raised to do one thing, but I've got nothing to fight for.
Enter Oscar Isaac, an X-Wing fighter pilot, Poe. Yes, the battle lines are drawn, and it is a superb cast. Andy Serkis, Domhnall Gleeson, Lupita Nyong'o, starring alongside Star Wars legends.
We're home.
Harrison Ford, who has a surprisingly large role, Carrie Fisher,
My father has it.
and Mark Hamill, reprising their famous roles.
The Force is strong in my family.
Look, the genius of the filmmaking here is to take us into new territory while staying on familiar ground. There is simply too much at stake here to risk delving off into a brave new world, and the result is a brilliant sequel that sets the stage for plots and twists and surprises, and the 2 films to follow.
There are stories about what happened.
The computer graphics, the cinematography, and most of all, the directing are also brilliant, as is the score by John Williams, which is simply irreplaceable.
The dark side.
In essence, this is a true cinematic experience,
A Jedi.
wildly entertaining, each familiar appearance greeted with rapturous applause, the brilliant battle scenes rewarded with cheers. There is plenty of humor and reverential nods to the past. It is a multi-generational, galaxy-spanning duel between the forces of evil and the power of light. It's Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Here we go again, 4 stars.
Yeah.
Yes, it is obviously going to be a massive hit, set to have the biggest opening weekend in movie history and become the highest grossing film of all time. You don't need to have seen the other Star Wars films to enjoy this, but obviously it helps. And this, of course, follows on from the original 3 films, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So don't worry if you missed those other inferior 3, I think.
Oh.
But see it sooner rather than later before someone spoils it for you, and do see it in 3D. It is pretty awesome.
That would
So
make all the difference.
Oh, it's wild. Big screen 3D. It's on IMAX too if you want to go the whole hog.
Coming at you.
You don't just go giving out 4 stars willy-nilly either.
That's true, Pete. Yeah. No, 4 stars for May the Fours. No, but it's worth 4
You would
stars.
have given it 4.5, but you thought that pun's too good to waste.
Yeah, no, 4 stars is about right, I think. But
Okay.
it's going to be a massive hit.